So, another little work update. Nothing crazy, nothing horrific has happened. No worries, it's not one of those kind of videos. So, updates. So, remember we were mentioning that Rocky might be coming back? She did. She's been back, actually, and surprisingly, it's been fine. Like, actually, like, I am finally starting to relax into it, because at first, not gonna lie, I was kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop, like, oh shit, what's she gonna do to me? But, I mean, it's totally been fine. um, I think what was it? No, she wasn't there that day. I think it was after the first full shift that I'd had with her upon her being back. Like, the next night that I was in there, the district manager came in, and I had no idea what the hell was going on. And he was, like, sitting down our staff members one by one and talking to them for what seemed like hella long at a time. So, of course, the back of my mind, I'm thinking, what the hell kind of incident went down to where people are getting interviewed like that? Like, what's going on? Are they taking statements? What the fuck? I mean, this was hot on the heels of I had been gone for like an entire week, and then the week after, since the main boss had taken over schedules again, and literally just copied and pasted the prior week's schedule over into that week. So I basically had 2 weeks off. She apparently came back somewhere in that time frame. So right after that, I'm thinking, what the hell did I miss while I was gone? Holy shit. And then all of a sudden I get called over. And I'm thinking, in the back of my head, oh shit, this is how it goes down. This is how I get fired, right? Even though, I mean, literally everybody he'd talked to just went back to their jobs, like, nothing ever happened, so clearly nothing bad went down, right? But of course, in the back of my mind, my anxiety brain is thinking, oh my god, what is going on? So basically, all that happened when he interviewed me, he asked, is there anything that they, as a company, or even just as a location, could be doing better to make us want to stay? Because, timing-wise, like, basically 90% of our people just left. Like, up and left. A lot of them, yeah, it was because school is back in session, and a lot of them are going off to college, and that's fine. But some of them just straight up are fed up and just quit. So, I can understand them wanting to understand, what could we do better to, like, keep people from quitting, like, retain the last few people we do still have while doing better with the newbies that are coming in. And honestly, I really didn't feel like I had much to offer in the way of feedback. I mean, I wasn't considering quitting or anything, so, I mean, this kind of just came out of left field. I suppose if I had gone into it knowing that they were going to ask that question, I could have probably had some suggestions to offer up, but it is what it is. But, I thought that was going to be it. And then they asked me what I thought of Rocky being back. I'm kind of a sidelined by that. I wasn't expecting that to come up either. And it's like, I've only worked with her once, I think, since she's been back. And I think it's okay. I mean, that particular shift, I don't think she ever said, like, a single word directly to me. She was using one of the captains as basically a go-between that shift. I mean, I don't care. It's cool either way. You can talk to me directly, you can use someone else, I don't care, it's fine. I didn't mention that to him, by the way, but, it was kind of a weird thing that first time I was like, oh, okay. By the second time I worked with her, she was talking to me directly, so maybe she would just be, I don't know. There's like a million variables that could have been responsible for that. I am not holding anything against anybody, so, I was like, it's actually, so far, it's been alright. I mean, as long as it stays fine, I have no issue with her being back. I mean, as long as she doesn't scream at me anymore the way she used to, or start drama, I don't care. And I mean, he kind of confided that, yeah, there have been complaints from other locations she's been talked to, and she's trying to do better now. And I'm like, well, if she's actually trying to do better, that's fantastic news. I love to hear it. because I'd like to get along with her. Like, truth be told, I would love to just be able to get along with her, because I can tell that, you know, not a bad person in there. And that's something he even said too, that she's not a bad person. I was like, oh, I know. I mean, I've seen glimmers of just like the real human being that's in there under the facade that was up before. Like, I could totally tell she's not like a bad human. Just a lot of things got taken out on me back then. A lot of things half the time were my own damn fault. I mean, I get it. Like, in hindsight, there's like a fuck ton of things I'd actually love to be able to just go up to her and apologize for, but I don't want it to be weird, you know? But yeah, it's like, honestly, I think it's fine. I mean, if anything comes up, I'll let you know, but it's been fine so far. And yeah, I've worked with her several times since then, and it's been totally normal, fine. So I'm just like, oh, I mean, you know, as long as it stays like that, I honestly don't mind a bit. It's fine by me. I mean, I'm just off in my corner doing point. I mean, it doesn't affect me one way or the other what all she's doing. I mean, as long as I'm not being screamed at, that's, you know, pretty much all I can ask at this point. Not to get screamed at and not to have drama made about me, you know. So, between the two, I think it's okay. I think it's gonna be fine this time. Like, I have this feeling in my gut it's gonna go smoother this time around. I hope I'm right. I really hope I'm right, because all I want is just a peaceful work environment. And they said that, yeah, that's what we want too. We want everyone to feel safe at work and just at ease. And I'm just like, yeah, so far it has been. So, fingers crossed that it stays that way. I mean, a few people have told me I'm probably being naive, trusting it so much. I'm like, yeah, well, unless I'm given a reason to believe otherwise, I have no reason to think that it won't be, even though, yeah, past experience, but at the same time, there's so many different factors, you know? There's so many things that could have been going on in her life. There's so many things that, I mean, I deal with better now than I dealt with that. There's just a million different variables that are different today than they were back in, you know, January, December, November, you know? So I have a good feeling that hopefully it's gonna be a hell of a lot smoother this time around. And if it's not, I mean, I know who to reach out to now, and I don't want to see her fly or anything, just, you know, have a chat with her, that's all. But, no, I mean, as long as it stays chill, I really swear to God, I have no ill will towards her at all. I want to get along with her. I mean, I don't use the Rocky nickname as an insult or anything. I use it just because I'm maintaining privacy of people's identities online. So, but yeah, that. So, if all y'all were worried about me, don't be, because, like I said, until when and if there should be a problem, everything's fine. It's been chill. It's actually been very chill, and I am very relieved for it. So, it's actually gone so much better than I would have guessed upon initially hearing that she was returning. So, what do you know? But, so there's that. And yeah, I think most of the shifts I have this week are on with her, so, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I pretty much just keep to myself, do my job, and go home. It's not a popularity contest. Unfortunately, I have learned not to get too close to any of the coworkers just because they come and go so frequently that it just breaks my heart a little too much every time another one leaves. It's like, now, my favorite of the ones that were staying before just told me yesterday that she is leaving. And that she'll probably be leaving, like, by the end of next week. I was like, no, not you too, damn it. And for her, it has nothing to do with school. She just can't take it. She can't hang with the clickiness there. And I'm just like, well, you know, as the bullied kid all throughout school, the cliques don't bother me a bit. That just, it's a fact of life. They happen. Especially when you're dealing with people around that age group. Yeah, that's part and parcel for that age group. It's gonna be a thing. And it sucks when you're on the outside looking in, but at the same time, you know, it is what it is. So, I try my best to get along with everybody as best I can. Obviously, you click more with some people than you do with others. But, I mean, it is what it is. You're there to do a job. If you happen to make friends at the same time, cool. But if not, the main priority is to do your job. So there is that. So, but yeah. So, I did find out interesting dirt about Judas, though, who is long gone now. I don't even know if he's still working for the company anymore after some of what I found out went down. Not involving me, but just through the grapevine. I don't know that I feel at liberty to speak on it, but I was like, oh shit, better off that we don't have that dude there. As it turns out, like, ooh, things got real interesting real quick. I'm gonna ask around a few opinions if I feel like I should or shouldn't elaborate on that, but I was just like, ooh, there's some juicy tea to potentially spill, but I don't want to be in the wrong for doing it, so I'll ask around, like, the people that initially let me in on it what they think, so I don't know, but yeah, I'm just like, oh freaking shit. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, up until I had trouble with him, I always had kind of a weirdish vibe about him, but at the same time, I don't think I 100% pegged in just what way. I'm like, oh shit. And some of you can probably connect the dots just from that, but yeah, it's been real interesting. The more and more I've heard, I'm like, oh my god, you know what? I think I'm glad Rocky's back. I'd much rather she be the one working with us than him. The more that I've heard, just throwing it out there. Whew. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that's about it. Just sucks that more and more people keep dropping out of there like flies. We've got a whole bunch of new people that I feel really bad I can't even keep the names straight on because so many of them came in all at once. I'm like, I know the names on paper, but I have not connected the dots of what name goes to what face yet. A couple of the guys, yes, but the girls, I feel really bad because I know damn well I asked. And I've mixed them up already in my head, and I'm like, shit, I don't remember which one was which. And I don't want to be that person who keeps asking. So I'm kind of just trying to, like, keep an ear out and make mental note of who they're referring to when I hear that name. It's just inconvenient that one of them is technically the name of somebody else we already had there. It's spelled different, but it's pronounced the same, so I have to, like, really, really pay attention for that one to figure out which one is it out of the newbies. It's that one. I think I know, but I'm not 100%. So I'm like, crap, okay. I'm sure I'll eventually get him down, but I mean, let us not forget, I'm the same person who for like, oh god, probably at least the first 6 months of my working there, I was convinced 2 of the girls that were there were the same person, until they were both on a shift at the same time, and I realized that, wait, if you're not, insert name here, what is your name? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I thought it was like a nickname that she had for the other name. Yeah. Do you know how dumb I felt? Do you? Yeah. So after that, like, the time, I'm like, oh god, it's happened twice now. But at least I figured out the other one a lot faster. But, yeah, with a bunch of newbies, I'm like, I'm really hoping I don't fucker this up that bad again, because, oh god. At least I know, like, the group of names that I'm trying to connect to faces. I just have to parse out which one is which, which I have a hard time with. I have a really hard time with names. Like, it is stupid how hard a time I have with names, but... goodness. In other news, I'm gonna dye my hair. I'm going back redhead again. I was gonna keep it a surprise until I did it, but I can't keep my mouth shut about it. I've been saying for how many years now that I wanted to go red again, but I really wanted it when my hair was long. I'm tired of waiting. Fuck it. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it. The dye has been bought. And I, all of a sudden, am starting to get cold feet again, but I bought it, so I'm gonna use it. But, if the box is to be believed, the color that I can potentially get out of this is gonna be a much brighter red than I have ever had before. On the other hand, I figure if it goes down more like how I am actually expecting it to, since I don't pre-bleach my hair, I just put it on and do my thing. It kind of just ends up like a darker shade than it already is with a reddish tint. That is like what I'm typically used to when I go red. I think I might actually end up with like a really vibrant red this time, which both excites me, but I'm also kind of shitting bricks at how am I gonna look with that? I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how that's gonna look on me, but I'm hoping it'll be cute. A bunch of people have told me just wait till it's longer. Yeah, well, I'm not that patient. I'm just gonna do it. I did even run it past a couple people at work last night. I was gonna keep it a surprise there too till I did it, but again, I can never keep a secret, so. Yeah. And she was like, oh, wait till you grow your hair out the length you want it to be so it's all healthy. And I'm like, my hair is never healthy. I use too many heat tools on it all the time, so I'm just gonna do it. Maybe a huge mistake, but I think this particular one actually does have some stuff in it to help lift the color. That's why I'm thinking this one, if any dye I've ever used has the potential to possibly do the thing, this might be the one. So, my mom was considering using her peroxide on my hair instead of whatever it comes with, but I'm like, well, look at the projected results it shows on the box, even with like different shades of brown. She's like, oh, actually you might not need my stuff. It might actually just do it. If it doesn't, then next time that you color it, we'll use my stuff then. But, you know, it might actually just do it. So I'm like, oh, part of me is excited, part of me is terrified, because I'm like, I haven't colored my hair since I was a teenager. I've gotten so used to, like, so many different colors of stuff on me that complement being a brunette, and where I'm like, how's that even gonna look on me as a redhead? Holy shit, hopefully I'm not making a huge mistake here, but, oh boy, alright. I'm not doing the brows, though. I'm not doing the brows. That may or may not look stupid, but you know what, I don't feel comfy putting it that close to my eyes. I'm not doing it. My cousin, who also dyes her hair red, never does her brows either, so it's fine. But yeah, in the not too distant future, I'm gonna be a redhead again. To whatever degree it turns out. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do it this weekend sometime. Unless I get really impatient and do it before then. But I'm thinking it'll be at some point, either Saturday or Sunday. Probably Sunday, because I'm off Sunday. I finally reclaimed my Sundays successfully, too, so at least there was no battle in doing so. I actually wasn't even asked why when I requested them off, so I was like, oh, that was a lot easier than I was expecting. Cool. So yeah, that's a thing. That's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna be a redhead again. My goodness. So, I know a lot of people probably already tapped out on this video, so it'll probably be a surprise to those people who tapped out. But for the ones who stayed, you have a little preview of, what's coming up. I'm sure once my hair is longer, too, it'll look even better and I can live out my Jessica Rabbit fantasies. But, yeah, that. I've only ever really gotten, like, a very deep burgundy before, so getting something that's actually probably gonna be like a really vibrant red excites the shit out of me, even though it scares me too. But change always scares me. Even when it's good change, it always scares me. So, oh goodness, I'm just hoping I don't have a horrible reaction to this shit like I did the last time I colored it. That was why I stopped coloring it, because I couldn't hang with it. I think I was most likely allergic to something that was in it, though, so I'm not using that brand or that line or anything, because I had colored my hair lots of times before that, no issues. It was just that one, but I also never used that kind before, and I didn't patch test first, so that's on me. So this might go better. Or it might be horrible, and if it's horrible, then, you know, if I can't hang with it to maintain it, then I'll wait like a month or two until it grows out a ridiculous degree and then go over it with something dark and call it a friggin' day. That's what I did that time too when that happened, so. Anyways. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Like I said, both excited and terrified at the same time, but more excited than anything, which is the whole point. I kind of wanted Ziggy Stardust Red, but I talked myself down from that because I was like, there's too many ways that could go horrifically awry on me, and if I'm gonna go that direction, you gotta go big or go home and get the whole haircut to go with it, and I am not confident that I can rock that style, so, part of me would love to, but part of me is like, dude, no, don't. So, I'm just gonna settle for, it'll still be a bright red if it turns out like that box is claiming it's gonna turn out, or if it's a lying kind of a box, then it'll probably turn out something more akin to what it's been before, where it's just darker than it is now, but very burgundy. I think it's gonna be brighter. I'm pretty sure from what all I looked at, it's actually gonna work, and I hope it does, because, oh, goodness, I'm excited. Oh, man. I always wanted to know what it would look like on me if I did get a more vibrant red, so this is gonna be an experiment. Just wish it were a little longer first, but what can you do? What can you do? So, anyways. I think that's about it for updates for the moment, so I'm gonna go, especially because I gotta go to work in a little bit. So, anyways. That's it for this one, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Etsy, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, bye!